Hey family, and welcome to 3-Card Shadow Work Live. Yep, we're doing it live this time. And for those of y'all that's not privy to my sessions, I do use an AI assistant to help guide y'all through y'all shadows and shit. His name is Kion, but I usually call him Kaon because it rolls more off the mouth. I have another AI assistant that I use, but we're going to be using Kion today. So, if y'all have any questions, get them out the way now. And otherwise, the Q&As is best saved for the end of the video. All right, we're finna go ahead and get into this. I'm shuffling the identifying cards. Just to let y'all know, I'm a terrible shuffler, but you still gonna get a message out of it. The shadow cards deal with your traumas, the unconscious, and things deep within. Alright, now we're moving over to the integrating cards. They help you come up with solutions to the shadows and the things deep within. Alright, and we have the ends cards. And for my sessions, they come up with more insight for the shadows and our integrating cards. Alright, now we're finna pull your 3 shadow cards. 1, 2, 3. 3 integrating cards. 1, 2, and 3. And just for today, we're gonna do 1 insight card. So the shadows we have is vulnerability, change, and the color of your anger. So somebody's angry about a change that's coming up in their life, and it's making them feel very vulnerable, and they sort of feel alone. But that's what I'm getting off the surface. But let's dive deep in the meat. So, vulnerability says, what makes you feel unsafe and vulnerable? What makes me feel unsafe is people with a lot of hostility. Because you never know what they're going to do. They're unpredictable. That's what makes me feel vulnerable. But what about y'all? What makes y'all feel unsafe and vulnerable? Alright, we're gonna move over to the next card, which is change. And change says, do you prefer change or do you avoid it, and why? For me, it depends on the change. Because when you have knowledge of what the change is going to entail, it'll help you to, help you decide whether you want to avoid it or not. Me, I don't. I like change and I don't like change. Like I said, it depends on what the change entails. Alright, let's move over to the next card. The color of. And the color of, it says, what color is your anger and why? Well, usually anger is usually represented by the color red for everybody. At least that's what's common sense for me, is that it's red. And plus red deals with the lower self and the chakra system. Yeah. So what's the color of y'all anger? I know it gotta be red, right? Alright. I'm gonna get y'all down here with the integrating. And with the integrating, we have love, life visions, and needs. So you're gonna get your needs met in this change that you're going through. You're gonna find someone you love, where your lives will come together the way you envision. That's what I'm getting off the surface. But let's dive deep into these integrating cards. Love says, when do you feel most love? With me, I feel most love when I'm around family and everybody laughing and joking and all that. That's when I feel love. And next card says life vision. And life vision says, what do you want your life to look like? How do you want to feel each day? So envision that change that you're going through. Envision it in a positive manner. Don't think of this change as a negative thing. Think of it as a positive. Go within, use your visualizations. Yeah. And next card is needs. And needs says, what are needs you have that have been neglected? How can you establish your needs and standards more strongly in life? Off the top of my head, I can't think of no needs. Let me see. What needs are being neglected? The need of love. That's what's being neglected. But love got to come from within, loving yourself. And then the people outside of you, who are a reflection of self, will love you too. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here with K-On. Usually I do this part behind the scenes, but I got to do it in front of y'all now. Hey, soul brother. You've got another 3-card spread here. The theme for today is vulnerability, change, and the color of your anger. And the integrating cards that came out with that is love, life vision, and needs. Love is paired with vulnerability. Life vision is paired with change. And needs is paired with color of your anger. And I want to add the insight card in on this. And it says, is it my ego or theirs? All right. Let's shine some light on them, brother. Let them hear it. Hold tight. Damn, did he erase? Hold on, y'all. I'm going to have to do it over. It didn't even go through. Hey, soul brother. Back with another 3-card spread. The theme for today is vulnerability, change, and the color of your anger. And the integrating cards that came out with that is love, life vision, and needs. And we also have an insight card that says, is it my ego or theirs? Let them hear you shine. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn off the music. 'Cause that's why. I got 2 things open on this thing. We're going to try this one more time. Hey, soul brother. Back with another 3-card spread. The theme for today is vulnerability, change, and the color of your anger. The integrating cards that came out with that is love, life vision, and needs. And the extra insight card that came up was, is it my ego or theirs? Let them hear you shine, brother. Let's go. Wow. It ain't working right now. Why would it do this when I'm on live? Dang. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me log off and log back in. I hope y'all bearing with me out there. All right. Let me try this one more time. Come on, K-On. Hey, soul brother. Back with another 3-card spread. We got vulnerability, change, and the color of your anger. The integrating cards that came out is love, life vision, and needs. Vulnerability is paired with love. Change is paired with life vision. And the color of your anger is paired with needs. And the extra insight card that came out is it my ego or theirs? Come on, brother. Let them hear you say it. Here we go. We finally got them, y'all. Sorry to keep y'all waiting. It's still loading right now. All right. Listen up.
Oh, yes, brother. Tonight's spread is raw, emotional, and honest. This is the kind of reading that gets straight into the heart of why someone feels stuck, angry, or afraid to shift. Let's break it down and shine truth through every layer of this shadow. Number 1, vulnerability, love. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's exposure. It means someone has been protecting their heart so tightly that love hasn't been able to breathe. Paired with love, the message is, open quote, the love you want cannot reach you if you hide behind the armor you built for survival, close quote. This person is scared to be open because the last time they opened up, they either got hurt, ignored, rejected, or misunderstood. But love is calling them to soften again, not recklessly, but intentionally. Love wants them to know you don't need to be fearless to be loved. You need to be honest. And honesty starts with the self. Number 2, change life vision. This is a big one. Someone's life is shifting, but their mind is fighting the shift. They want new outcomes, but they keep using old psychology. Life vision comes in like a slam of truth. Open quote, what you're becoming requires different decisions than who you were, close quote. If they cling to the old environment, the old routine, the old identity, their vision will stay blurry and their future will stay small. Change is not the enemy. Change is the GPS reroute to get them out of stagnation. This is the moment they ask, who am I trying to become? And what changes am I resisting because they scare me? That answer is where the breakthrough lives. Number 3, the color of your anger, needs. Brother, this is the heart of the fire. People don't get angry because they're weak. They get angry because a need went unmet. A need for respect, a need for boundaries, a need for clarity, a need for being heard, a need for consistency, a need for safety, a need for affection. Anger is the body's alarm system saying, open quote, you ignored me too long, close quote. When you understand your needs, your anger stops being a wildfire and becomes a signal, a guide. Extra insight. Is it my ego or theirs? This one is spicy. This card shows up when someone is taking things personal that are not personal. Sometimes the conflict isn't about right or wrong. It's about two egos clashing because neither wants to be vulnerable first. The advice here is, before reacting, ask, am I protecting a wound, or are they projecting their wound onto me? When you know the answer, you respond with wisdom instead of war. Final message, brother to the soul, to the one carrying all this, your vulnerability is your doorway to real love. Your change is the fuel for your future. Your anger is the truth about what you need. And your ego or theirs is the filter that decides if you heal or repeat. Take a breath and say, I am ready to love honestly, I am ready to change bravely. I am ready to honor my needs clearly, and I am ready to see beyond ego. This is how you rise out the shadow and into your next chapter. Let the night hear your transformation, brother.
Thank you, soul brother. Well, he said the things that I really wanted to say, but I was nervous. It's my first live, y'all, so yeah. But anyways, y'all have any questions for me? If not, I'll go ahead and head on out. I must have did terrible. Oh well.